Hey guys, welcome to the hashtag Get Real Woke podcast. I'm your host, Frederick D. Scott. And today I'm doing a special podcast episode for my fellow YouTube content creators. So we are going to jump into this right away. But before we do that, I need everybody to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, leave me a comment at the bottom of this video to let me know what you think, and make sure you hit the join button to join the hashtag Real Woke live chat community so you can be eligible to win the $1,000 minimum that I give away every month. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. So as a YouTube content creator myself, I noticed that there is a big issue with the YouTube partner program and the join button on the iOS system. So if you have an iPhone, if you have a tablet, if you have et cetera, what tends to happen is what I discovered, and let me give you a little history on how I walked into this problem. So this past weekend, 4th of July weekend, somebody was actually trying to join my YouTube live chat membership. And what happened was they had an iPhone. And so when they were trying to join, they couldn't see the join button. When they were clicking the link in the comment or the description, it was taking them to my page, but it wasn't taking them to the membership part of the page. And so immediately I got frustrated and I was like, okay, this is a problem. This is a really big problem. And I don't understand why YouTube had to solve this problem for the iOS system, which I now know why that is. Now, so what I began to do is I began to Google and try to find a solution for this problem. And the common solution that everybody's been putting out, I think, is far too complex. It requires the iPhone user, if they're in their app, they have to actually open up the page in their browser. They have to switch the browser view to the desktop view, and then they'll be able to see the join button through the browser, and they'll be able to join a live chat membership platform. And so for me, I thought that was very complicated because the average person is just simply not going to do that or may not even know how to do that. So when I looked at it, I was like, okay, this has the potential to really hurt revenue, not just for myself, but also for every YouTube content creator that has a membership platform. So I began to formalize a solution, and I've created a much more easier way to accomplish this situation. And I wanted to share that with you guys today because I think that this is going to make people's lives a lot easier, and it's going to be able to allow you to capture iPhone users into your membership platform. So let's go ahead and get into this. So first of all, what do you need to successfully pull this off? What you're going to need, number one, is a domain. So if you don't have a domain, you need to go out and get a domain. I get my domains from namecheap.com, and I'm going to drop that in the description. So you're able to go there and purchase yourself a domain if you'd like. The other thing that you're going to need, the second thing that you're going to need is you're going to need hosting. So you have to have a hosting provider. For me, I use Bluehost, and I find Bluehost to be very reliable, cost effective, and it makes sense for me. So these are the two things you need to be able to pull this off. And what I'm going to teach you to do today is subdomain to a redirect. And I'm going to demonstrate what I mean by that right now. So first of all, let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so let's share the screen and let's kind of begin to talk through this. Now, so the first thing you're going to see is I'm in my Bluehost portal, right? So that's first. So let me make that screen really big. All right, there we go. So you're going to see that I'm in my Bluehost portal. Now, in the Bluehost portal, what we want to do, what you see here is when you open the Bluehost portal, and I'm going to drop a link to Bluehost. So those of you who are interested in using Bluehost as your hosting provider, I'm going to drop a link in the description for you guys. But what you're going to see is that I'm in my Bluehost portal now. And you see here that I have a number of tabs: home, my sites, marketplace, email, and domains. Where you want to be is in domains. And so when you click on domains, you're going to see that you have an option. I have quite a bit of domains, but what you'll see here is that you have the option for my domains, to purchase a domain, to assign, redirect, transfer, subdomain, and zone editor. What you want to click on is subdomains. So I'm going to click on subdomains, and what this offers me the opportunity to do, and I'll show you the one I have here. This is the one I use for my YouTube partner program. So, or my YouTube, my YouTube membership platform. So what I did was, if you click on add subdomain, you can pick a domain that you want to use. If you just only have one domain, you're only going to see one domain. But because I have a lot of domains, I have to actually pick the domain that I actually want to create a subdomain from. So I click frederickdscott.com. That's my personal website. And I pick a subdomain that I want to use. So for me, because my my live chat membership platform is called the hashtag Real Woke Live Chat Community, I set up realwoke.frederickdscott.com, right? Now, I'm not going to add this subdomain in here because I already have it. So I'm just going to go back to subdomains and show you what it looks like when it's done. So what we have now is Real Woke is the subdomain. The root domain is frederickdscott.com. So if someone were to use this subdomain, they would be putting in realwoke.frederickdscott.com, and it would get them where they want to be. But that's only the first step. So that's creating the subdomain, right? The second thing that you need to do is create a redirect with the YouTube membership link. And how do you do that? So what you would do if you were using Bluehost is, after you've created your subdomain, and you'll see here that I already have the redirect here, right? You'll see that I already have it in my platform because it's active now and I'm using it now. But what you're going to do is, if you're new to this and you're getting ready to do this for the first time, after you create that subdomain, what you're going to want to do is create a redirect. And so here we are in my redirect. And you see how I have the original domain is realwoke.frederickdscott.com. So when you create a redirect, you're going to put the target domain. And the target domain is your YouTube membership link. That is the target domain. And how do you find your YouTube membership link? Let me show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the screen share here for a second and come back to that. And I'm going to share another screen now. I'm going to actually share my YouTube studio with you. So this is my YouTube studio. So now when you see my YouTube studio, what you're looking for, how do you get here? So when you go to your YouTube studio, you're going to start off in your dashboard, right? So you always start off in your dashboard when you go to your YouTube studio. So the next thing you want to do is click on monetization. Now, when you click on monetization, you want to click on memberships, right? So you click on memberships, and you scroll down to the bottom. And when you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you're going to see here where it says membership link. You want to copy this membership link. And so now that you've copied the membership link, what you want to do is go back to Bluehost, which is what I'm going to do right now. So give me a second to share that screen again. So now you want to go back to Bluehost. Boom. So we're back in Bluehost where we're creating the redirect, right? So you're going to choose the domain, the original domain. So what you would be choosing, for me, it would be realwoke.frederickdscott.com. And now what I want to do is paste by you either Control V if you're using a PC, if you're using an Apple product, an Apple desktop or an Apple laptop, then you're going to want to do Apple, I believe it's Apple V, Open Apple V. And what that's going to do is then it's going to paste your membership link into the target domain. And what you want to do under type is you want to choose a permanent 301 redirect. And when you create that, which I'm not going to click create now because I already have one. But when you create that, what you're going to now see is the original domain, realwoke.frederickdscott.com, will redirect permanently to your YouTube membership link. And now you have an active functioning subdomain that redirects to your YouTube membership link. Now, So now that we've got that done, I want you to know that you need to wait about 4 hours for this to properly propagate. And what does it mean to propagate? That means for it to be to fully set up and fully be operational, so you can use like an HTTPS at the beginning, or an HTTP if you don't have an SSL cert on your domain, then you can use an HTTP. And so now what happens is, let's get into this. So let's see the finished product here. Let's see what happens, right? So give me a second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. So you guys see my smiling face again. And if you give me a second, I'm going to do a mirror with an iPhone, and I'm going to show you now how this works. So give me a second. Okay, now I'm going to mirror. Boom. Let me start the broadcast here on this iPhone, and then I'm going to share this screen with you as well and show you what happens. So the goal, and I want you to understand kind of what the goal is here. The goal is to be able to force a browser opening. This is what we're doing. This is what we're accomplishing, right? Because what we figured out now, and just to give you a little bit of what we figured out here, is that it works in the browser. You can get to the join button in the browser under desktop view. So what a redirect does on a subdomain, when you create a subdomain and you redirect that subdomain to that YouTube membership link, what it does for the end user is it allows them to open up the browser in desktop mode automatically and get to the page that you want them to be at, which is far simpler for them. And I'm actually going to demonstrate that right now. So give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this for you right now. Let's see. Let's make sure we're mirroring here. Okay, let's start the broadcast. Okay, here we go. Give me a second. So, okay, broadcast is up. Let's see, is broadcast up? Let's make sure the broadcast is up before I share my screen with you. Okay, yep, broadcast is up. So now what we want to do is this. There we go. Now let me share my screen, and I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like. Boom. Okay, window. Let's share this window here. Now, what you see here is that I'm already in a YouTube. I'm actually in the YouTube app, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm in the YouTube app right now. And what you're going to be able to see here, right, in the YouTube app is this. And I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to scroll down. This is the YouTube app. This is what an iPhone user generally tends to see. Now, if I click on, for example, any video, because all my videos now have the proper link in there. So if I click on, let's say, the new direction of OnlyFans, right? So we're going to wait the 3 seconds here, 2, 1. Let's skip to the video. Let's pause the video. And let's just get into the description. So if I'm in the description now, what you can see is I actually have that subdomain here, that realwoke.frederickdscott.com that I created in Bluehost. Now, if I click on that, which I'm going to do right now, you see that what it does here is it automatically pops up for the user to pick a browser to open. So let's go ahead and click Safari. So we're going to click Safari now. We're in the YouTube page in Safari, and look what we've got. Now they're able to access they're able to access the ability to join your live chat membership platform. So that's interesting, right? So that's exciting. But wait. So now what happens if you do it in Chrome? So, I know a lot of you are going to ask, well, does it work in Chrome too? Well, let's find out. So let's go to comments, and you notice that I have it here in the comments as well, therealwoke.frederickdscott.com. And when I click on that now, and I'm going to open it in Chrome now, boom, open. And here we are again. So we're right where we need to be. And so what we've done here is we've created a system and a situation that will allow an iPhone user a much more user-friendly way to access the YouTube membership, live chat membership subscription on the YouTube platform using an iOS system like an iPhone or a tablet or something of that nature. So when I discovered this, I realized I was like, hey, like I haven't seen anybody else figure this out yet. So I'm going to go ahead and make this video and share it with my YouTube content creators, those who are already creating content, those who are thinking about creating content, those that are in the YouTube partner program, those that are considering the YouTube partner program, those that already have membership live chat going on, and those who are considering the live chat membership but may have been a bit hesitant because of that iOS issue. So I hope this helps all my YouTube content creators out there, and I hope you guys use it. Definitely leave me comments below to let me know what you think about this and how it worked out for you. Feedback is definitely important, and I appreciate it very much. So that's all I have for you guys today. So listen, if you like this content, you like this video, you found it beneficial for you, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Leave me a comment at the bottom of this video for sure. And definitely, especially if you're an iOS user, hit that join button hit the join button if you are an Android user. If you are an iPhone user, go ahead and click the link in the description or the link that's pinned to the comments. And by doing that, you will be able to join the hashtag Real Woke live chat community and be eligible to participate in the hashtag Learn to Earn Cash giveaway, where I'm giving away a minimum of $1,000 every single month. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Until the next hashtag Get Real Woke podcast episode, I'm out.